Uh, well, let's get this out of the way because it's a big topic. Let's talk about All Out and get it out of the way.
All right, fuck
Get
it.
it,
I
get it out of our system because I got something to talk about that'll hop onto All Out when we're done talking about it.
well then I guess I'll talk about my reaction to the CM Punk and Darby match because that's all I watched. I know about the other three big things I should say that happened. I know about that, and we'll get to that. Okay, we'll get to that. But CM Punk Darby Allin match. CM Punk's first match in 7 years. Um, it was good. You know, I'm not gonna be someone that's gonna lie to you. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that's what every AEW pay-per-view match should be. A back and forth competitive match with a couple near falls and a determined winner. I thought it was good. Now to get on to the shitty part of the show. that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over fucking Twitter and shit and everything else. So I guess the first debut was Ruby Soho.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really care for it. What's your opinion on it?
She's calling herself the Runaway now. That's her nickname. And her whole thing is she was calling herself the Runaway, and then now her thing is like Destination AEW. And she was the wild card in the women's casino battle royal, because that match was actually supposed to be on the pre-show on the buy-in, but
because that was gonna make people buy the show. The women's casino
basically
battle royal.
the reason it got moved was because they were supposed to do Andrade versus Pac, but it got canceled, so they moved the battle royal up to the main show.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Pac, get your fucking visa situation figured out. Because I know it was you. I fucking know it was you that made that match to where it was fucking didn't happen. Like, it's always been Pac. Like, his visa situation sucks. Like, what has he been doing?
Yeah, so she was the last entrant in the women's casino battle royal. She was the wild card or the Joker card or whatever the fuck they call it, and she debuted and the crowd marked out, and then it came down to her and Thunder Rosa, and then she eliminated Thunder Rosa, and now she's the #1 contender for Britt Baker's AEW Women's title, and she's going to be making her Dynamite debut this Wednesday. I mean, it from what I saw, she's still just Ruby Riott. Like, she feels the same. But, I mean, I'm glad that she is wrestling somewhere after being released from WWE for no reason, really. But they weren't doing nothing with her. I hope AEW does something with her, because she's fucking talented.
I don't know if they'll do anything with her.
I hope. But
I'm making the prediction. I'm making the prediction. In the next year or 2 years, they will have her in some way in the Dark Order or some shit. I'm making that prediction.
Maybe, who knows? But that was the first debut of the night. And then we had the Punk and Darby match, which I enjoyed. It did look weird with Punk wrestling in tights rather than trunks.
I wish you would have had something like on the back area as well. That would have made it look a lot better.
But I still enjoy seeing Punk back, especially with Cult of Personality, and him and Darby put on a great match. Like that match is the reason why I'm a fan of Darby, because he can put on good matches like that. It's just Darby's well known for doing like the hardcore shit, but Darby can actually be a good wrestler when it comes to matches
there
like
was
that.
a pretty like sickening bump that Darby took.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like he got thrown to the turnbuckle and he got thrown to the turnbuckle and he fucking like flipped out of the ring.
Yeah.
Looked nasty.
But
That was the only match I
it was
watched,
a good
so
match. It was a really good match. Punk won, of course. Darby had zero chance of winning that because they're not going to have Punk lose his first match back in over 7 years. There's no way that Darby was going to win that. But then after the match, they had Sting getting in the ring, and then Sting had like a little stare down with Punk, and then they shook hands, and then they both helped Darby up. But I don't know if that means they're going to do Sting versus CM Punk at some point. I don't know.
I really hope not, because I don't feel that would be good.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I have like said that my word, like I gave my word that I would give the CM Punk shit a chance. So that's what I've been doing, and so far it's been good. But if they put him against Sting, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I just don't.
Well, speaking of CM Punk, we can talk about this real quick and then get back to All Out. So, Punk did this thing. It was like this promo. I don't know if it was on Dynamite, if it was after Dynamite, but he basically did this promo talking about people who hate watch, who watch wrestling just to shit on it or just to hate on it. And I thought this would be interesting to talk about because I want to get your take on it. So what Punk basically said was he was like I'll never understand the people who hate watch. We don't need you here. So why don't everybody who watches just to hate? Why don't you shut the fuck up? Is what Punk said.
Dude, the thing is, I don't hate watch. I want this shit to be good. I've said this multiple times. You said it multiple times. We don't hate watch.
I hate watch Raw now. I'll admit that.
Okay, you hate watch Raw. I just don't watch Raw.
You hate watch Raw too, don't you be bullshitting.
Dude, I don't watch Raw.
I don't go into Raw expecting it to be good anymore. I don't go into it with hopes that it's going to be good. So
I don't go into Raw at general. I don't go into Raw at general.
To be hate watched. But with AEW and SmackDown and even NXT is starting to make me hate watch because they're getting bad. But like SmackDown and AEW, like I watch it knowing like there's good stuff, but then sometimes there's bad stuff. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. But with fucking Raw, I can't do that anymore. It's that bad. And I don't know what these drugs these people were on, like, for a couple weeks saying Raw was a 10 out of 10 for, like, 2 or 3 weeks in a row. I don't know what kind of drugs they were on.
I mean, I don't know. I think we should watch at least NXT when it gets to the, like, to where the redesign or whatever. And we should talk about it on the podcast at least. Because, like, I feel we should at least talk about that when it does get to the redesign or whatever. Hopefully Index will be going on at that time still, because I watch Index just because it's a train wreck. Like, I don't give a fuck. If they just had a whole show revolving around Index, I would record it and watch it. So, I'm an Index mark, I'll say it myself.
I mean, I don't know. I'm interested to see the new NXT whenever they debut the new NXT. But back to All Out. The only other matches I watched was.
The only other matches you watched were what?
Now my.
All right.
How long was it?
I don't know because I just.
So, what I was saying before my controller died was that I watched unfortunately, I watched the Paul White versus QT Marshall match. He looks like a dollar store Santino, is what he looks like. And for some reason, he has this group, which is like a team on Dark. I don't remember the one guy's name, but the other guy's name is Aaron Solo, and the only thing I know about him is he used to date Bailey, but they broke up because he was kind of like controlling. So that's all I know about that. But so Paul White comes out. His theme song is awful. It's like his Big Show theme, but like 10 times worse.
You want me to just play it?
Might as well. I mean, I don't know if AEW will try to take us down with copyright. I don't know. But
I don't know. If we get too toxic, we'll be like AEW botches. With how he's been taken off, like he's legit like been destroyed on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
But
Uber ad. Of course, you're running.
Oh, you got ads. It's so bad. Ugh.
What do you think is better? What do you think is better, this or "Rap Is Crap" by Kurt Hennig?
Rap Is Crap by Kurt Hennig.
Let's listen to "Rap Is Crap" by Kurt Hennig. I'll get to it. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Damn it, this is bad quality. Give me a second.
A classic right here. This should be Paul White's theme.
Yeah.
I love country girls. I like Willie Nelson. And don't forget about Merle. There's only one thing that I hate, 'cause it's a bunch of crap. I hate rap. I like NASCAR racing. Richard Petty's still the king. Yeah, they call me a redneck, but you know that's a beautiful thing. There's only one thing that I
Jesus
hate.
Christ.
It's a bunch of crap. I hate rap.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10.
Jesus Christ, Kurt Hennig. Alright, but go on.
But, so the match sucked, and QT Marshall got jobbed out again. So he jobbed to Cody Rhodes, and now he jobbed to Paul White, who looks way out of shape. I don't know what happened to his body that he worked out to get, but he is out of shape now. And also his gear looked like 2015 Big Show, and it all looked bad. Basically, it was QT Marshall trying to do offense, and then Paul White chokeslammed him, and that was pretty much it. So Paul White had his first AEW match. Hopefully his only AEW match. But then the only other match I saw was the main event, which was Kenny Omega defending the AEW Championship against Christian Cage. And going into it, you knew there was no way that Christian Cage was going to win this match, because he already had pinned Kenny clean for the Impact Championship. So there's no way they're going to have Kenny get pinned twice by Christian for a title. It's just, there's no way. And so the match was weird because it seemed like a regular match, but they were allowed to put each other through tables. but there was still countouts and rope breaks, which was really weird. I don't understand what kind of like rules this would, because if it has countouts and rope breaks, why can you put people through tables? It doesn't really make sense. But so notable spots in this match was when Christian speared Kenny off the apron through a table on the outside, and the table didn't break, and Christian fucked himself up. And then the other spot, the way the match ended was Kenny had Christian on the top rope and did a one-winged angel from the top rope and pinned Christian 1, 2, 3. Kenny retains the AEW title, but what kind of made me mad is why I don't like watching Kenny Omega wrestle, because he was doing a ton of V-triggers in this match. He was like V-triggering the shit out of Christian, and then like they had Christian do 2 back-to-back spears and then a kill switch on Kenny, and then Kenny just kicked out at like 2. And it's like, what the fuck? Why would you devalue both those finishing moves like that? But Kenny retains, and also Kenny had dyed his hair black and has like blue streaks in his hair now. It looks awful. And so, also the reason Christian lost the match is because, of course, Gallows and Anderson always have to interfere every fucking time Kenny Omega wrestles. And so they interfere and mess Christian up, and then that leads him to lose. And then after the match, the Young Bucks come down, and Don Callis is there, and Gallows and Anderson, they're all celebrating, and then they start beating up Christian, and then all of a sudden, here comes Jurassic Express of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
I got the theme pulled up for the next debut. So.
Alright, well, just give me a second. So, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy come out, and they get their fucking ass whooped by the Elite. So then, the Elite start saying, they're like, well, Kenny picks up the mic and he's like, we want to send the fans home happy on this pay-per-view and whatever, and saying that the Elite is the best, and then all of a sudden the lights go out. Is this the song that you have ready for?
Yeah.
So then the lights go out, and then we see Adam fucking Cole is in AEW now. And apparently, there was an interview with Adam Cole where he said he's had it in his mind for months now that he's wanted to go to AEW. He's been ready to go to AEW for months, apparently. And apparently, he was actually having some issues with WWE because, like, he said he told WWE several times that he's not giving up his Twitch thing. So apparently they kept trying to get him to take it down, but he just refused. So he's had it in his mind for a while that he's wanted to go to AEW, so it was a, quote, easy transition for him. So Adam Cole comes out, does the whole Adam Cole baby, and all the fucking AEW fucking elite fucking PWG bingo hall indie super kick marks mark out for Adam Cole. And then he gets in the ring and is looking at the Elite, and Kenny's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And the Young Bucks look shocked because the last time they saw Adam Cole, they killed him on being the Elite. And then Adam Cole like gets face to face with Kenny Omega, and then we see Jungle Boy starting to get up. So then all of a sudden, Adam Cole super kicks Jungle Boy. And the crowd's going, oh my god, I can't believe it. And it's like, really?
Really?
This motherfucker was just a heel in NXT, like, last fucking week at TakeOver. And now he's, a heel turn to join the Elite, which are his good friends. Why the fuck was this crowd so shocked that Adam Cole turned heel? I swear these fucking indie wrestling fans are the dumbest fucking people. You're gonna fucking mark out that Adam Cole turns heel. No shit, of course he was gonna be with the Elite. He does fucking super kicks and flips, just like the Young Bucks. Like, for fuck's sake. They were a fucking trio in Ring of Honor. Fucking Adam Cole used to be the fucking leader of the Bullet Club and the Elite, for God's sake. Did you really think that Adam Cole was gonna come there and go against the Elite? Fuck off. But, so now, as if we didn't have enough super kicks in AEW, now we're gonna have even more super kicks and Canadian destroyers with Adam Cole being there, so...
Because, of course.
But
at least we don't have to see, at least for like a couple super kicks and Canadian destroyers down from NXT at least. I
guess.
I mean, he was doing most of them.
But so Adam Cole starts talking on the mic, and he's like got Kenny Omega's dick in his throat and is talking about how Kenny Omega is the greatest wrestler in history and how the Elite is the greatest faction of all time in any wrestling era and this and that. And then then he gives the mic back to Kenny Omega. And by the way, Adam Cole didn't explain what the fuck he was doing there. But Kenny is like, he starts to do his whole goodbye, mwah, and good night shit. And
then,
as soon as he's about to do the bang, we hear fucking.
I think we should listen to this one for longer.
Bryan fucking Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him, shows up with a fucking rap beat for some reason.
Oh, don't forget, in the rap beat, there's also chants from like PWG or Ring of Honor or what the fuck ever of "You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in." Like that is the chants.
Now my question is they paid for a Cult of Personality for CM Punk, so why could they not have paid for the final countdown for
because they needed "You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in" the song.
Well, nonetheless, Bryan Danielson walks down, and apparently the reason he wasn't doing the yes chant is because apparently he's not allowed to do the yes chant.
What?
I guess WWE owns the rights to the yes chant.
No way they copyrighted the yes chant. They did not.
And Bryan Danielson says something about he's not sure what he can and can't do right now.
What?
Yeah.
So you're telling me if he wanted to do like the fucking yes lock, he can't do it?
I don't know. So he got in the ring and then was like face to face with Kenny Omega, and they were all acting shocked. And then the crowd was going crazy. And then Christian and Jurassic Express get up, and then it's Kenny, Adam Cole, and the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express, Christian, and Bryan Danielson. They're all having a stare down. They start beating each other up, and then they start beating the crap out of the Elite. And then at the end of it, Bryan Danielson hits the running knee on, I think it was Nick Jackson, and
I don't know. They both got weird fucking haircuts now.
Yeah, and that's how All Out went off the air with the debuts of Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson in AEW. And
well, I can say
for
sure.
I was disappointed.
I can say for sure, I'll keep my eye on Bryan Danielson and CM Punk. That's the only people I'm keeping my eye on at this fucking point. Like,
for me, the reason I'm disappointed is because it made no sense to have two huge debuts in one segment. Even though I don't like Adam Cole, I can admit that he's a huge fucking signing for them. But,
yeah.
like, why would you have Adam Cole come out in a big debut and then immediately make his debut seem so unimportant by, oh my god, here's Bryan Danielson. And it was like everybody fucking forgot about Adam Cole as soon as Bryan Danielson came out. Like, why would you do that? Like, that didn't really make sense to me. And then, like, the whole debut just kind of felt flat to me. Like, yeah, he got a good reaction. It was kind of like a holy shit moment, but, like, in terms of a debut, it just didn't really feel like anything special. It was just like Bryan Danielson aligning himself with Christian and Jurassic Express against the Elite. Like, it just kind of didn't really make sense. Like, I don't know why Bryan Danielson would pick that as his spot to debut. I'm not saying he picked it, but in terms of the character, like, it just doesn't really make sense to me.
I don't know, man.
But,
I don't give a fuck at this point.
like, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with Bryan Danielson. I don't know if he's gonna be on Dynamite on Wednesday or not.
Either way, I'll just watch the promo or the match that he does, because I am not watching anything else.
Yeah.
Like,
but that was AEW All Out.
there's your
And
little
now
fucking mini review.